Welcome back everybody, Lord Twitch here, and today we're going to continue with episode 22 of our All the Mods 10 series here on the channel. Once again, if you guys want to interact with me or any of the other members of the Discord, take a peek at the Discord link in the description. While you're down in the description, take a peek at the 10% off W link. Helps me out, helps with the company, and it's a great thing to do. That being said, if you guys have not already, make sure you are subscribed, as we are trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and every subscription does help. And if it does also pique your interest, do take a peek at the 2 different channel membership tiers. And yeah, that being said, I am good to go ahead and continue on. Let me run to the village and I'll show you the completed buildings real quick. And then actually we should probably grab a couple more buildings before we head that way so we can get them going as well. Or at least plan them where they're going. So, university for sure. And let's see. I kind of want to do another residence. We also have a bakery. So, residence and bakery. Alright, so we have made it to our colony. So the first building would actually be this house, which we did already assign to the builder that lives right here. So Madeline. And yeah, let's take a little look at this. We got a door that leads to that direction. And then up here we have a little gray bed, a little lofty area. I like it. The only colonist with a house at the moment. And then the other thing that got built was actually this guard tower, which I'm not sure if it hired a guard yet. Nope, assigned workers, does not look like it. And then of course I kind of had to start clearing the back bit of this a little bit. And we might have to clear out even more over time, which is completely fine. And yeah, those are the 2 buildings. So let's at least get the residence made. This one will be for the farmer. So we need, what, fundamentals? It is. And I wanted this one to be the Highlander one. This. Down, 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 down. Actually, I think it might go up 1. No, it does go down. So, over, over, over. Okay, and that would be right on the line for it. So that'll be tier 5. So if we make that tier 5, that's how all of that will look. So we got gates back here. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. Perfect. Alright, so that's that one. The bakery, I'm also thinking I kind of want close to the farm as well. Craftsmanship. Or would that be more of like agriculture? Oh, there it is. So baker. Let's raise this up. Oh. Yeah, you definitely can't even go there. In that case, I literally just put you next to the farm then. That does not look bad at all. And then this is what the tier 5 turns into. That's okay. What about the alt baker? Okay, so still got a bit of space. That turns into... I mean, this looks more like a bakery. What we got here? Maybe a little storage, I guess. And then we can always fix up the ground back here as well. Like, unless I just push this back by the house. And then at that point we can end up making another... Like, I kind of like them touching like that. And then what I will do is add like another house over here. And then that's where like the baker will live. Oh. So we are back. Oh, hello. I knew I ended up staying a little bit too long. I mean, not a bad set. And there's a helmet there too. Okay, so the last thing we have is actually the university, and I think that probably go like up on the hill where our house used to be. Alright, I'm not sure if you guys ended up seeing, but we did completely remove our house. Fundamentals. Oh, education. University. Okay, so definitely one that we raise up. Like technically if it wants to be within the lines, it needs to be no further than here. Oh, this thing is huge. Well, in that case, what if we put the university on the other side of the town hall? So if we come up here, then we do education, university. Stick with tier 1 for a second. Then is this little entrance the actual entrance? Or is this backside the entrance? I'll assume the other side. So we have, let's just drop that down. Nice little wagon area here. I don't know, maybe that is the front. Like I could just place it here. That would be within the borders there. Like, we're spending the whole episode just trying to figure out where we want to place these, which is kind of why I wanted to leave it for the episode anyway. Maybe raise it up one more like that. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so that's all of our buildings there. I'm gonna go ahead and get all 3 of those built between episodes. Starting with like the other residence and the bakery, of course, and then the university can wait. Just because that's gonna be the biggest hurdle for us to overcome. Alright, and the other thing we did between episodes is we actually went and grabbed out, all of our stuff from the old house, brought it here, dumped stuff in. We have like full drawers of stuff at this point, or barrels. We do need another bookworm before we can actually add in more. And then of course I want to upgrade those ones to gold as well. Plus I want to upgrade our stack upgrades to gold here soon. So that sounds like a lot of mining on our end, but I'm not going to worry about it today. Instead, today I'm going to look at the few completed quests that we have for starters. Give us a little bit of random stuff. And is that really it? I thought we had another one. Guess not. So we've come back to our like beginning quest here. Essentially, it looks like we need to go to the Nether and deal with stuff there, including, defeating the Wither. So we need skulls. We also need to go to the end. Looks like we could also get some lava power set up. But I was starting to look through some of the quests here, and I do think it would be within our best interest to potentially start industrial foregoing sooner rather than later. Or no, it wasn't industrial foregoing. Was it? Alright, so I started looking through the quest, and I decided I wanted to see about messing with a little bit of magic again before we get too far. And the one of the things we have never messed with would be the actual iron spells and spell books. So why don't we get into here and see what it's about. So runes are how we make our classes and their parts. To get a blank rune, you can either kill the dead king or wipe clean an inscribed rune with a shriving stone. There's 8 different classes, 1 secret one, each having their own scrolls, focus material, upgrades, and outfits. Okay, so that looks like a little boss thing that we have to do. The dead king, so that's the guy. Scroll forge. Okay, so that's how... Alright, well, we'll worry about that later then. I want to check out the Theurgy mod, because I've never even messed with this one. I don't even know what this mod is really about. Okay, so it wants us to make a divination rod. See about making these guys first. First bit and second bit. Okay. We'll need these 2 blocks to make sal ammoniac. Felt like calling it a multi-block, but I don't consider 2 blocks a multi-block. A sal ammonic tank on the bottom, with the sal accumulator on the top of it. The sal accumulator is where water and crystals will go. It can hold 10 buckets of water and a stack of ammonic or sal ammonic crystals. The tank will hold the created sal ammonic and can hold 2 buckets. Okay, so in that case, get this guy set up. Actually, I wanted to reset. No, that's good where it's at. Does this need to be somewhere like fancy? Because I could even just stick it up here. It did say it's only 2 blocks. It is night. We need to sleep. We've got like a whole horde of zombies out front. And I will definitely take that. Cool. So let's go ahead and get back in here, make a tank if we can. And then from there, I want to grab some water. Okay, so it looks like we have the dark tank. We also have the fluid tank from Ender.io. Basic fluid tanks from Mechanism. Let's start with one of those. I'll grab 2. Where did that... That one's in bucket mode. Perfect. So let's go grab a bit of water. And honestly, I could just go to that meteor crash site. And that's 32. So let's just go back home. Also, let's yeah, knowledge of death. How do we Alright, so let's open up the knowledge of death. We do have the jailer. And then wasn't there... Yeah, a treasure seeker. Cool. So does this just produce some without as well then? Because that's what it's appearing. Do we have any fluid pipes? We need another bucket. That's easy. And then I think this actually needs set up the opposite way. Perfect. So that's just a little automated, and then over time we will just come grab this tank, fill it up again. Neat. Alright, now we finally get to the meat of the mod. Chemical sulfurs. To make them you need a liquefaction cauldron, an item, cell almanac, and a heater. The heater is explained in another quest, but you'll need either the pyromatic brazier or the caloric flux emitter beneath the cauldron to heat it. The liquid cell, ammoniac in it, and finally the item you want to be turned into an alchemical sulfur. You know it's working when it's bubbling. So this is the liquefaction cauldron. Let's add that guy up there. Get rid of, honestly, like all of that. Alright, so there's the liquefaction cauldron. Alright, this does need a heater under it, it said. Some machines in Theurgy need heat to get started, except Theurgy is very jealous of how their machines get heat. You can only use these two machines as heat sources. The machines that use heat are liquefaction cauldron, calcination oven, mercury distiller, and incubator. So this is wireless heat or furnace-like heat. Very simple heat source placed under the machines and keep it and feed it furnace fuel, coal, logs, dried kelp blocks. I mean, that seems simple enough. Don't you hate it when you have all this power but no heating? Now you can exchange or change that with the caloric flux emitter. Shift right click it with it to bind it to a machine, then place it down and power it to send heat. Can't be set to multiple machines. So this uses like actual power. But that takes actual mercury, which we have yet to make. And that's alchemical sulfur. So we can't make that, but we can make one of these just to finish up that quest. And it does say we need, like, there's 4 machines, so I might as well just make 4 for now. And then in the future, you know, we can upgrade these to the wireless and whatnot. So let's just turn in that quest as well. And then sulfur vessel. Reforming is changing one alchemical sulfur into another or using alchemical niter to turn into more. Seems interesting. We'll do that. And then fermentation vat. The chemical process by which molecules such as glucose are broken down, aka water and time change thing. To use the fermentation vat, put the items and fluid into the vat, then shift right click to close it. After a while it should ferment. This is how we turn alchemical sulfur into alchemical niter, which can be turned into more items. Okay. Very interesting. But honestly, that is all the time we have for this episode. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Next episode, we will go ahead and just continue along. Very curious as to what else we can't do with this mod. And I might go ahead and just keep filling this guy up with water over time. And just kind of starting to get this guy filled up. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.